Welcome, friends. Today, this evening, now, we are doing another live stream. Yes. Yes, friends, that is right. I am Quack and I am back. How are we? How are you? What is going on? I hope we are all well. I hope we're having a good time. I am. Say hello as you come in, if you don't mind. How are we on this warm Sunday evening? I have had a bit of a fucking surprise. There was a tornado warning. A fucking tornado warning for the east of England, and that, like, covering where I live, where the northeast is. Fuck that. Fuck all of that. Fuck that hard. My immediate thought was, go to bed and pretend it's not happening. And then I thought, no, I can't do that, as much as I'd like to. Excuse me whilst I sneeze in your fucking ears. Duck and cover is right, man, Genosis. The other option, the other thing that then came to mind after I decided not to go to sleep and pretend it wasn't happening, was, what about the fucking perfumes? Thank you, man, Genosis. What will happen to the perfume? I was getting fucking bags and all sorts, boxes and fucking that shit. I was like, this isn't very much fun. I fancy having a fucking tornado in England. We're far too boring for shit like that. It's not the type of shit the English partake in at all. You know what I mean? We have a low tolerance for shit like that. We don't need to be hassled by fucking tornadoes. All you need to do is, like, make the temperature go, like, slightly over what the average is, and we'll get very upset. You don't need to send a full-on tornado or a hurricane or a fucking tidal wave or a fucking asteroid or a monsoon or any other kind of outrageous weather event, you know? I mean, half of those weren't weather events, were they? But you know what I mean? We don't need this fucking level of fucking stimulation. We're British. Just calm the fuck down, please. I thank you very much. Somebody, very kindly, has donated via coffee. Who are you? Who has supported me? Andy, Saab Replay. Andy, I love you as well. I very much appreciate it. How kind. There are good people. There are nice people. Somebody's left the same comment twice on my video. So, friends, whoops, that would be my voice. Hi Andy, hi Pulpifemo, hi Adam, Juro, Mangenosis. My day has been slow today. Tomorrow is my day where I have my medication, and I am fucking counting down the minutes till I can fucking take that shit. I've also got a blood test at 9 o'clock in the morning, so I've got to refrain. I've got to refrain from my injection until I get back. But once I have my injection, I'll be in business. So I'm looking forward to that greatly. I'm in a decent mood. The weather's been a little bit weird here today. It's been a little bit humid, threatening. We've had thunder a couple of times. I haven't noticed any lightning. I've got to admit, I haven't noticed any lightning. Seems to be some kind of eyelash in my water. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Good evening, Graham Howard. Baratrion, welcome, mate. How are you? Germs. Hola, Rich. Was hoping you'd go live. Sent the day Bois d'Argent. Sensational fragrance, that. Agreed. I live in a potential earthquake. Ooh. Save the bottles, yes. But you wrap all your bottles in cotton wool. I know I would. Fragnado. Which perfume would you hold on to dearly? Balenciaga, Pavarotti, all of them. Imagine if they all just fucked off and blew away. That'd be sick. And they test out Tuscan leather on summer heat, says Spaced Out. Better you than me, mate. That shit be thick. Mike V, welcome to thee. Where have you been? Mike V hasn't been seen for a while. Not just on this stream. On a lot of places. Michael John, welcome to you. More perfume brands selling the company. Yes, that's the name of the game. That's the name of the game for them, I'm afraid. Parfum de Marly getting 700 million frightened me a bit. Like, Ramsey was like, oh, they had 250 million in sales last year. I was like, fuck off, that's like 1 million bottles, at least. That's a fucking shit ton of perfume. Fuck them. Dudes will sell old Leighton bottles. I've heard this. Somebody sent me a fucking link to oh fuck me, what's it called on Reddit? Eau de Jerks. Somebody sent us a link to it and they were like, have you seen this? And I was like, have I seen what? And I looked and some guy was like, oh, Parfums de Marly have been bought out now, and you know what that means? That means they're going to water down the fucking... This wasn't an Eau de Jerk posting this. They had found this, and they were rightly fucking parodying it. And they were like, the dirty bastards, look at this. And some fucker was like, oh, they're going to water down their fucking perfumes now. They're going to make them shit. So I'm selling my vintage 2019 bottle for... What was it? What were they selling it for? $500? 450? Piss off. Fucking shite. Absolute shite. Despicable, really. It's fucking outrageous behaviour. You can't do that. I beg your pardon. Good evening, Reach and friends. Yes. Pradeep speaking French to me there. Talking dirty. Evening, Tim Wilcox. I got your sample and thank you very much. I'm thinking I might do a video on that and Metallica, although I think Metallica deserves its own video. So I'm not sure what to do. I might do a video on it by itself. You'll be watching Sir Elton John. It's his last concert, isn't it? We'll see how long that lasts. He'll be like Ric Flair. He'll be coming back every fucking 3 months. People like that just don't know how to stop. You know what I mean? The man's that's what he does. You know, that's what he does. He doesn't do it for the money. I mean, the money's nice, but he doesn't need the money at all. Dudes will sell. Oh, I've read that. Sorry, Demi gonna get a huge share. I don't know what to think about that, frankly. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to feel. I don't know what to believe. I've lost my bearings over it. Shite. 700 million for Parfums de Marly. Fucking hell. totally socially media driven as well, you know. More than Creed. More than Creed. Creed have been around for fucking decades. They were pumped by fucking... They were pumped up by fucking Aventus. Aventus is what fucking made Creed. Parfums and Molly don't have one fragrance like that. They haven't gotten Aventus. I know Herod sells well. I had Herod for a while. I know there's a couple of them that sell, but not to the extent of Aventus. So it's totally social media driven, you know. Oh, somebody else has supported us. Good lord. Oh, germs, mate. Thank you, my lord. You are... I don't know what to say. Gives a hug. The people are feeling generous. Could be payday, like. Been working late, says Mike. These streams are always done by the time I get home. You really intrigued me with that new Healy frag. May have to blind buy. Ooh. Well, I would never recommend blind buying, but let us explain it to you like this. It's fucking brilliant. It's just fucking brilliant, like. It's absolutely great. Like, this is like... It's like vintage perfume for the night. It's a bit like Les Indomptables. It's made... It's made in a vintage style with modern... With, like, modern... I don't want to say modern techniques. It's made with... Like, it feels like it's built in a traditional perfume way. This is one of his best by far. This is up there with, like, Montfresh and one of the incenses, which I can't recall. But I think I'm going to buy that as well. Excuse me. So yes, this is fantastic. Like galbanum, basil, lavender, sage. What was the other one? Rosemary, oak moss, and amber. It's a vintage perfume from 2023. It's fucking sensational. Whoa! He's changed his packaging as well. He's changed his packaging, which has baffled us. Nice cap. It's like a metal cap, but it's got... Weird. Musicians saying they are done playing are like frag heads and they're done with holes. It's not easy to give up. It's not easy to give up, people, I can tell you. It's not easy to stop. MJ, welcome to you. Scent of the day is Habit Rouge Privé. I like it, but I'm waiting for a decant of an older EDT to compare. I had the... Like, not the original, that's a stupid thing to say. I had like an early 90s EDC. And... I appreciate it, but I didn't like it. That big fuck off aldehydic lemon at the top was fucking rank. Like, and then the powderiness of the lavender was... No. Like, I appreciated the way it was made, I appreciated the quality, but... Ew. Just like a couple of... There was just a couple of things in there that do not agree with me at all. Big powdery fucking lavender, not for me. Sharp, pestering lemon, you know. The lemon was giving us hassle. So I thought, no, bollocks. A Rouge Privé, though. I wouldn't mind trying those two new ones. There's a Rouge Privé, and then there's another one that's been brought out. It's not is it the L'Homme? It's the L'Homme flanker, I think. Bros buying Parfum de Marly clones are more than actually buying Parfums de Marly. There are Parfum de Marly clones? What? Parfum de Marly are clones anyway. It's a fucking feedback loop. You know what I mean? Oh, welcome RXL, how are you? Sent the days Roger Scandal Parfum Cologne. Which one's that? Because I had Scandal and Danger. One of them was Heritage and one of them was a bit Eau Sauvage. I can't remember which is which. Sold mine. I had the fucking originals. I'm trying to understand the far dry down of that Healy. Seems to drop out. Turn the Hoover off, please. Not a Hoover, man. It's the air conditioning. It makes me nuts. It makes me nuts, man. Is it really bothering you that much? I'll turn it off. We'll see how long I can go. Oh, I will turn it off for you if it makes you nuts. There it is. How are you feeling now? Still nuts? Oh, I can send you some Rouge Privé. Tim Wilcox, you are too good to me. I will accept that. Is there anything I can send to you, Tim Wilcox? I shredded quite a few letters, and a couple of them were from Tim actually, because they had his address on. So I was like, ooh, I don't want people's addresses hanging around, you know. Scammers rifling through people's bins and shit like that. Where did you get that Healy from, mate? Well, I got it from Germany, Baratrion. I got it from deepest Germany, but you can get it from Les Santas, I think. Yeah, I think Les Santas sell it 140 quid. Even at 140 quid, it's not a bad price for the perfume you're getting when you look at what everything else is. 140 quid. I hate to pull that one out because that's how they fucking get away with it. That's how they get away with increasing prices. They're like, oh, look what everything else is fucking costs. You know what I mean? There's only a few brands who can legitimately claim that. But let us just feng shui my thoughts. So the rising cost of perfume, right, in general, isn't worth it. And when you say, oh, well, look at it compared to everything else on the market, yes, but that's only one way of looking at it. I would say as well, look at the rising costs over the last 5 years. Even at discounters are a fucking myth now. There's only certain brands that they fucking discount. Parfum de Marly on fucking discounters isn't, because I've had a look. Obviously with the news that they've been sold. And the frankly bollocks fucking statement that Initio and Parfums de Marly aren't the same company, which used to get parroted around by your favourite influencers. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Smells like Eau Sauvage, yes. A modern Eau Sauvage. Baratrion, I can send you a little bit if you want. I will send you a bit of Cologne Officinale. I'll put a little bit in a sample and send you it, mate. Sounds like an aeroplane. It doesn't want to be a fucking aeroplane. Where did you get that Healy from? Oh, I've answered that. Evening, Rich, and all in the chat. Welcome, Andrish. I will wait for me Javoy birthday discount to buy the Healy. Hey, you get it at Javoy, can you? Is that in France? Can you get it in the British one? Baratrion says, for Healy, I'm always worried about paying premium for fresh scents. You could wait until the Santos has a sale, but I imagine the prices are going to go up for everything again at some point this year. Inflation's still at like 7%. And you know for a fact that perfume houses are going to be like, you know, inflation's at 7%. The perfumes have got to go up at least 10%, probably 15%. Chanel are dicks. Their perfumes went from 300 to 350, I think, this year. Scandalous bastards, you know. It's really, really despicable that from a company as big as Chanel. Smaller companies where you don't have like that buffer, that kind of economy of scale, I can understand where you need to react and be nimble, you know, as far as everything's concerned. But it's bullshit from companies like fucking Dior, Chanel, anyone owned by Estee Lauder or fucking, I mean, Tom Ford's prices. I was even talking to the lass in the shop when I bought that Fougere Platine. I was like, because I know her and stuff. It's the one with the nice bot. And I was saying to her, I was like, I remember the days of £156 for a 30 ml of Tom Ford. It was like, those days are long gone, mate. I was like, right, are they? Yeah, not wrong at all. Those days are dead and gone. I'm waiting on our friend Nick from London, Nick N. Not Nick S, Nick N. I'm waiting on him to get back to me about a bottle of Fougere Platine. RXL says, influencers don't have to worry about the cost of fragrances because they get bottles free. Pretend they're amazing so they can keep the gravy train going, then ask you not to see the conflict of interest. Absolutely nailed it. Absolutely true. Every single word of it. Influencers will tell you something is fucking brilliant. They will tell you up is down, right? Because they do not have to factor in the price because they haven't felt the pain of paying for the bottle. And they want you to pay for the bottle. Why should I pay for it? This is the question everybody should ask on all their videos. Why should I pay for it when you got it for free? What was the saying I heard? The really old-fashioned saying, fucking free to those who can afford it and very expensive to those who can't. You know what I mean? It's bullshit. It's a racket. And also the fact that they don't advertise it as a paid promotion, because that's what it is. Frankly, you should be reported for that. You know? Should be reported. They should be absolutely reported for that. If you get a free bottle, it is payment in kind. The only influencer I've ever seen do that was Dava from the Fragrance Bros. But why should Dava have to do it and nobody else? It's not fair. I respect Dava a lot. Obviously, Dava's been around since fucking Dot. He's been around since forever. So I respect him massively for that. And if any of like influencers deserve free bottles, it's someone like him. You know, someone who's been around fucking the best part of 15 years. But also the fact that he says that he got it for free and that he's put in the paid promotion sticker at the top. Yeah, he doesn't get the kind of views that Curly gets. That I'm not necessarily picking on her, but you know, like all the other ones, like Big Beard Business, Max 40. I mean, Max 40 doesn't get views, does he? Pays for them, but sorry, I've got a fucking. It's bollocks. It just grates, you know. We have to pay for their free bottles. That's another point to make as well. We literally pay for their free bottles, you know. We literally pay for their free bottles. Crazy. Someone was saying to me, I think it was Tina. Tina was saying to me, excuse me whilst I hydrate. In my comments, she was like, why don't you talk about Eugene's fragrances? And I'm like, well, I'm conflicted. Literally conflicted. I would love to be honest with you. I would love to sit here and tell you exactly what I thought about Eugene's fragrances. But one, I was involved not from the exact beginning, but I was involved quite strongly in the fucking story, like the whole way through it with Eugene. So I'm invested emotionally in it. He sent us the bottles for free. You've heard us just rant about free bottles. That would be extremely fucking hypocritical. That's the main thing. I don't want to make a bullshitter of myself. You know? I've thought about it before. I thought maybe it's like in a year or two, you know, once it's all sort of died down, I could sort of like give me sort of opinion on it then. I might do one day, but the problem is once it's done, it's done. And you can't unfuck it once you've once you've done it, you know what I mean? So it's a total conflict of interest though, and I would rather not. And I've explained this to Eugene before, and I've told him I would pay for them. Scent of the day is Acqua di Sale Perfumum Roma. Jura Rose loves that. Absolutely loves it. Mike says, wonder what Stephen and Max's rate sheet fees are now. That vexed me, that, when I saw that. What are your rates? Can you send us your rate sheet? I would love to see a rate sheet. If I could get a hold of a brand and just be like, oh, like, tell us what the rates are, like what do they actually ask for? Like, I'd love to know. That should be public knowledge as well, what they're offering and how much. I mean, at this point, I'm at the stage where if somebody's got a big following and they've got free bottles, it's almost like an automatic, no, I'm not fucking touching it, like, just out of spite. I suspect there are not many of us like that. And that's fine. I don't expect or want everyone to be like me. Hello, a lifestyle not for sale. How are you? Wait till your new insurance updates come in. Fortunately, my insurance is not up for another year. So thank God for that. Twice the premiums. Robbing bastards insurance is just a fucking racket anyway, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's always been a fucking racket insurance. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. My socialist friend says that come the revolution, the insurance fucking people will be second in line for the old fucking guillotine after the bankers and the politicians. Of course, she's talking about a socialist revolution, of which I will not partake. Not sure I'm up for a revolution. Not well enough. Sounds too much like it would just hurt. A little beneath says, scent of the day, Acqua di Palma Colonia Resenza. Ah, yes. I've been thinking about wearing you, actually. There we are. Good perfume. Good perfume. Smurfy Girlie says it smells like bug spray. And I understand that, because what they use in here is something that would be used to keep the bugs away. I think it's a big fuck off neroli note or something. You know, and it's fucking nuclear, or at least it was. Fucking great perfume. It smells like soapy, clean, fresh goodness. You know? Oh. What we got here? Who's next? Dev, welcome to you. Dave has always been transparent. Yes, he has. You're wearing a Zoro pour on. And also finding out I really like how to get on with that mint note. Yeah, it's fabulous. A great perfume as well. It just doesn't last very long. But it is an eau de cologne. It's not supposed to. Great in the heat, like. Great in the heat if you just want to spray something on that'll last for 20 minutes and cool you down. You know? Friends, if you would like to like the stream, I would be most appreciative. I would thank you and I would appreciate it, as I've said twice now. Liking streams, if that's your thing. Don't let me stop you. Hiram Greaves hide. Oh, God. I've tried hide. It's in my head the whole day, but I want to save money, so I sprayed both at Vietnamese, and now hide's almost gone. Greetings from Holland. Welcome, Holland. How are you? Edits for you. Roger used to be a prestige brand in my eyes, says RXL, but they give away so many free bottles, I just look at them as a luxury version of Armoff. More like Navitus. Yeah, you can't really position yourself as being that much of a luxury brand and then give away so many free fucking bottles. He's been sold to a fucking another company as well. I just don't think it was made. I don't think it was made like it wasn't a public thing. You know? I don't think he runs the brand anymore. I mean, he might run the brand. I'm just talking out my arse, yeah. Like, but I don't know if he's as heavily involved. Like, a lot of his fragrances recently have been, a lot of his fragrances recently haven't been, like, as critically acclaimed. I think they've been, like, they're more sort of accessible. And it's like that's the opposite of like the market that he started going for. You know? But he's big in the Middle East. He's played a blinder, like, considering they started in, 2010? He's played an absolute blinder. You've got to say, so fucking Parfum de Marly, like. They've got, like, what is it? They've got, like, 1770-something on the top of the bottle. Fuck off. You were started in 2005 or some shit like that. The worst fragrance I have ever smelled, I swear to God, the worst fragrance I've ever smelled was Ispazon, which is one of their earlier ones, and it was fucking lifting. Do you know what I mean? It was strip the enamel from your teeth. It was foul. Fucking Chernobyl pour on. It was grim as fuck. I had a visceral reaction to that. I was like, "Whoa." It's gone now. Not even Uncut Gem was as bad. No, I would say Ispazon's probably the worst fragrance I've ever smelled. Considerably worse than Uncut Gem. Uncut Gem, there was a lot of reasons why I didn't like Uncut Gem. A lot of, like, extra reasons, not just the smell, purely on the smell. It was Ispazon by Parfum de Marly. I don't know if you can find that shit anymore. They were selling it. It was on fucking, it was on discounters for fucking, like, 80 quid back in the day. Shite. Absolutely fucking horrible it was. Stink of shite of it. Howdy, Frank. How's Connecticut? Hot summer nights here, Dev, says Dushan, who was wearing a fucking... He told us what he was wearing earlier, and I was like, woof. It's a big unit. I thought about wearing Antaeus Sport Cologne today. That's too fucking much. Too much for this kind of fucking heat, surely. Kinetic. Connecticut. Meant to be a nice place, Connecticut. Ah, Ramsey. Welcome. Connecticut is hot and humid. Yes. It all seems to be a bit hot and humid at the minute. It's that El Nino, isn't it? Bad heat. Angry heat. Bad. I hate humidity. It's fucking foul. That's why I had the fucking, as somebody said, was the Hoover. Chanel Bois Noir or Creed's Green Valley? For what? In what? You have to give us more than that. What do you mean? Not a top 10 disgusting fragrances. We want that. Oh, well, I don't own any. Ram, welcome. Everyone's saying hello to Ram. Ramsey is wearing Ensar Oud's Roomy today. Hola. What up, Doug? Any thoughts on vintage Michael Kors for men? Had mine. Sold it. Yes, it's good, but I've got... oh, what's it fucking called, man? It's not Comme des Garçons. Oh, shit. I can see the bottle in my hand. Oh, what they're called. Oh, fuck. Alright, give us 2 seconds. Where is it? There it is. Costume National Homme. I've got Costume National Homme. Oof, you bugger. And I think that's better. I think it's similar, but I think it's better. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. I was testing perfumes and accidentally sprayed some Eau de Cire up my arm. Oh no. Rank. I had to go to the loo and douse my sleeve, then bung my shirt in the wash when I got home. I'd have burned it. It's been a mild start to the sun. Welcome, Lane. Welcome, Lane. Fuck me. Sorry, I'll say that again. Welcome, Lane. It's been a mild start to the summer, but it's hot and heavy now. Yeah, ours has just sort of took off a bit. Like we're in summer proper now. As Audrey Jane would say, we're in the proper summer. 21st of June until the 21st or the 20th of September. Costume National has a parfum. It's even better. That's an outrageous statement. Tim Wilcox says I was telling us, I read that. Ransom and half those Ensars are, even if there were. Ransom and a half those Ensars are. Sorry. I'll learn to read. Even if they're worth the price. The if is not something I can confirm. I'll never drop that much on a single purchase. Oh, Dev. You have a long way to go, sunshine. You have a long way to go ahead of you. Hopefully you have a long and prosperous life. And I can tell you, mate, you might. You might. We've all started that. We've all said that. I won't play that much. And then you find something you really, really love. And it's rare. And it's discontinued. And you find a 200ml bottle of it on eBay. And you think to yourself, yes, I'm going to bang out fucking 800 quid for a bottle. And that's what I did with Derby. And thank God. Because it's an absolutely sensational leather. It's got mint in it. Rama just started watching your video and then Rich jumped on with his stream. Oh, sorry about that. I will watch Ramsey's video as soon as I finish mine. And I'm going to eat my tea after this video as well. Have you ever tried the wood frame, Derby? Yes, I've got it. Well, I had it. I had it. I sold it. Sold it to Groggy Boy. I Smell, welcome to you. Germs. Costume National has a Parfume, even better. That's the fucking... I wouldn't mind smelling that. Love the clove note in Costume National Homme EDP. I'm not going back down to find out which version I've got. I think it's the EDP. It's a great fragrance. It smells like a Tom Ford. It smells like a Tom Ford signature sort of thing. It's like Tom Ford for men. Also, I'm super into old school RuneScape now. This is probably not a good thing, says Steph. Roman Soldier's Breastplate is the oldest Derby. Yes, it is the original. Then came the Listerine bottle. Then came the wooden framed bottle, and I don't think they've got one out now. Graham says, what are the differences? Because the wood framed one is sensational. Graham, I think I've got a video on it. Because I've got up here, alright, before I got my Eagle bottle, I've actually got... Oh, fuck off. I nearly fucking spilled loads of perfume there. I've actually got this, and I used this to compare. Alright, I used this to compare to the wood-framed one. So if you put in Rich Mitch Derby, Rich Mitch Derby, there you are, Girl on Derby. Oh no, I used a different mini. Sorry, I do beg your pardon. I used a mini I've got because I've got a couple of the minis as well. Girl on Derby comparison, mate. So that video's right there for you. Leave a comment. I can go into it. I haven't got the thingy with us though. The old one's better, mate. I'll send you a sample of the old one if you want, Graham. If you can just remind us. If I don't send you one in the next like week or two, just send us an email and say, do you remember when you said you would send us a sample? I'll sort you out. And then you can compare it and see what you think. Yes, Pradeep, that was a horse. The horse has been making all sorts of fucking outrageous claims outside. Mandarin Basilic is quite nice. Yes, it is. That's the one Richie G had stole when he was at the gym. Some absolute bruiser must have just picked it up and smelled it and thought, oh, I'm having that. I have a comparison video on the differences in Derby 2, says Ramsey. Yes. So you can watch Ramsey's video as well. Get a full picture. Dev, you are still young. Your nose will become vintage over time, and then you'll search for an old school masterpiece. Do sound this is not an inevitability. While I do understand your passion, it is not the eventual outcome. Someone like James from Les Odorants, for example, still really likes modern formulations of classic stuff. You can. It can be done. One day I'll find a bottle of Derby at a reasonable price. I'm not sure that you will, mate. I hope you do. Genuinely, I hope you do. Nothing would make us happier for you to come out and be like, oh, I got a brand new 100ml Listerine bottle like Ramsey's got for like $100 or $200. That's right, dude. I always fantasize finding a bottle of Derby at a garage sale for cheap, says Pat Lester. And Micah agrees. I fantasize about winning the lottery. Kanga, welcome. How are you? It's been a while. Have you tried Eola Blue from... I don't think it's Isola. I think it is Eola. I don't think the S is pronounced. I might be wrong. Eola Blue from Roger, yeah. That's the Oligarch, isn't it? That's just repackaged Oligarch, haven't they? No, I haven't. I've fucking very little interest in trying Roger, to be honest. Graham says, I'll check the video out. Cheers and yours, Ramsey. If it's better, I'll start the overtime now. Thanks for that offer of a sample. Very happy to take you up on it. I luckily got the Eagle bottle for 200 last year. What size was it? Because you can get 50 mils of those. Oh no. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Oh. Jagalev is the only Roger I want now. Scandalous what he charges for that. 100ml breastplate thingy, outrageous. I could go and get my big fuck off bottle. It lurks. It lurks in my cupboard where I keep my perfumes. North facing cupboard where I keep all the perfumes together. Try Agalev, buy Agalev, die Agalev, hi Agalev. All the Agalevs. Excuse me. I was looking at things that I'm selling today. I was thinking about selling Homme de Cafe. This is a piece of fragrance history, and I will tell you why. The lid's absolute dog shit, like. But this is a piece of fragrance history. I mean, you can literally, the plastic's so thin and shit, you can see through it, man. That is weak as all fuck, mate. It's so bad. But, this is Mr. Alberto Marias's first perfume. It's about as far away from Acqua di Gio, from fucking, what was it he made for Jeremy? It's so smoky. It's so outrageous. Like, literally, it's like as far away as you could get from his usual, well, his latest shit. Homme de Cafe. Let's see what Fragrantic has to say about it. Woody certainly is that. Citrusy? 1978. Took Alberto Marias. Alberto Marias has been out for 45 years, by the way, which is an incredible achievement. Fair play to him. Bergamot and orange, I get none of that. Carnation, leaves, and raspberry. Raspberry? Cedar and musk. Fucking shit ton of carnation-y kind of vibes. Cedar, yes. Musk, yes. I get some oak moss. I get a lot of smoky vibes from it, like a woody, dark sort of thing. Just never wear it, to be honest. Never wear it. I don't get any sort of fucking orange or bergamot or fucking raspberry. That's an insane claim. For a grant, I gotta be tripping. I'm just gonna get my bottle of wet. I need to get some more bottles of wet, as I'm running out. Oops, sorry, I'm messing with you there. Where are we? Hello, Michael Harness. I'm alright, how are you? He just churns them out now, says Michael. Yeah, he just sort of makes derivative shit. Smells like Perfume by numbers. Excuse me whilst I yawn in your ears. Jesus, it's like muscle memory now. Just saying, excuse me whilst I hydrate. Oh, I feel like doing a madness. I feel like wearing a perfume that I've no earthly right to wear. I might wear the night or something this week. Fragrance Journey, welcome. How are you, mate? I hope you are well. Francis Curtijon posted a photo of a big ambergris rock to be used for his new fragrance. What a fucking bollocks. Which brand? My wife bought me 15 mils of Armani Code and Acqua di Gio Parfum. Bless her heart. Oh. It begins. What begins, Ram? Curtijon. Talking about big ambergris rocks. I do love Guilty Absolute. That's an absolute outlier. That's an absolute madness he just plucked out his arse. Like, how? What? Like, he's still capable, you know? He's still capable of releasing mad shit that's good. Like, going completely against everything else that he's fucking made over the past 20 years, 25 years, you know? Like that was still struggling for words for that perfume. It's brilliant. Like, I'll review it this winter, autumn, if I haven't already. I keep forgetting what I've reviewed and what I haven't. Worked out, then ran 4 miles, now cutting the yard. Oh, fucking hell. Any one of those three things would absolutely buckle me, mate. Turn into that fucking submarine, I'd just implode. For MFK, no way Dior allows that shit, says Pradeep. Well, I mean, it would take, for the amount of fragrance that he would have to make for Dior, I assume Dior still fucking is orders of magnitude bigger than MFK. So, I mean, the amount of ambergris you would need would be fucking bananas. You know what I mean? To make a perfume to put that into fucking Dior would be unfeasible, really. You know? Spaced Out says, Micah, smash the bottles and tell her she's a pleb. She's disrespecting your fine and elevated taste, says Spaced Out. 18 million pounds of pressure killed that sub. Yep. Do you know what the funny thing is? They only got 1,300 meters under the sea. Right? I don't know what that is in feet, but it's not, it's like, they had another loads of time to go as well. Like, they needed to get like 13 kilometers down, and they only got 1.3, and it popped. Well, it didn't pop. It anti-popped. Inwardly popped. It did. I mean, fucking, they went up like fucking. They went up like they were gone. They were just gone. They were disappeared. My mate was like, oh, maybe they'll find like bits of them like on the ocean floor. I was like, no, they won't. No, they won't. You're not finding bits of them. They turned to fucking dust. Literal dust, like. Like, they reckoned it would have all been over within fucking like 1,000th of a second from start to finish. right? The brain does not compute at that rate at all. Bro, they say it was as hot as the sun and their bodies turned to gel. Yeah, because the air that they had inside there has a like your general air has hydrocarbons in it, right? So just general oxygen that is used in the fucking atmosphere now has hydrocarbons in it, right? Natural and otherwise. So and oxygen is like one of the most flammable things you can fucking get, right? So when you crush that down to a certain fucking thing, the heat that is created in that fucking, like those tiny fucking moments, like literally it would have been hotter than the sun. They would have just turned to goo, like not even goo. I read, what was it? I think I said this the other day. I was watching some scientist bloke talk about it, and he was like, yeah, they turned from biology into physics. And I was like, oof, that shit's cold. But it's right. Like, they turned from like humans and fucking bacteria into fucking particles. You know what I mean? And molecules. Like just gas, like constituent, like fucking atoms and fucking molecules and shit. Which is, I mean, it's a fuck. I mean, I know it's awful, but it's a fuck's sake better than the alternative of running out of air. Good evening, Manly Stance. How are you? 18 million pounds of pressure. That's a fucking hell of a lot of pressure. That's almost as much pressure as sales associates put on you to buy perfume, isn't it? Fuck. Hey, buy a Ventus. Everybody wears it. Yeah, but I don't want to smell like everybody. You know, I've just gone from really cold water to really fucking lukewarm water. Fucking horrible scenes. It begins. Rich wearing perfumes out of season. Join me, Rich. Join me in the dark side of wearing whatever the fuck you want, whenever. I will not do it. I may perform a madness, though, every once in a while. I may perform a madness. I get it. I get wanting to wear. I mean, I just couldn't display them all at the same time. You know, we don't have the capacity. We don't have the logistics. It's unfeasible. I heard the carbon fiber cracking and released dead weight, hoping to surface. Oh, fucking hell, Manly. I mean, surely one crack would have been enough. Fragby has quite a few Perfume and aromas if you're looking to buy, says Mike. I might pick up Ambra Aurea myself. Oh, they don't ship to England, do they? The rascals. Brothers say it was as hot as the sun and their bodies turned to gel. Oof. 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 It's like being inside a combustion engine. Yes, instantly pulverized. Some fucking great words coming out, I'll give you this. Amazing how much coverage that got in comparison to the migrant ship off. Yeah, absolutely nailed it, Micah. It's not fair. It's not right. There's something about that just doesn't feel right, is it? Apparently the heat and crushing would have turned them into gel, says Lambowski. Lawnbowski, I beg your pardon. If it imploded, I guess it went moob. Yes, very good. Mitch, how come you hate Je vois psychedelic? Notes sound interesting because it's shit. Well, that's why I don't like it. It smells like vanilla. It smells like, I've smelled it. Vanilla patchouli, common, uninteresting, a little bit sweet, sickly, boring. Sad. I mean, Eugene got a compliment on it in fucking Canada. Oh, I mean, obviously in Canada, but in fucking outside etiquette, you know. But it's just big, brash, thick perfume that you kind of layer on with a big, heavy brush, you know. It's industrial perfume is what it smells like. Just big, fat notes. Excuse me, whilst I hydrate. They didn't even say it coming. No, they wouldn't have known a thing once it started happening. I said that wear whatever you want, whenever you want, says fragrance. You did say that. Lots of people have said this. After the media hyped up the incident with the submersible and I want to watch Titanic again, I always wonder what type of fragrances that was most used on the Titanic. Coty and Guerlain, I suppose. Possibly. They were gone faster than Moira and Vert's 4711. Probably wearing Creed and Parfums to Molly, says Micah. Yes, Creed will be in there straight away. Saying, yes, our patrons wore Parfum de Molly. Our fucking patrons wore our new fragrance. And they'll be talking bollocks, as usual. Graham Howard has supported me on coffee. That's three in one night. I haven't had any for ages. Can't remember the last time I got one. Actually, that's not true. It's been one or two, but it's been slow. And tonight I've had 3. Thank you very much. The people are feeling flush. It's a nice night. It's been a horrible day. This is like the best part of the day. It's been fucking awful today. Any Perfume aromas worth trying? Patchouli, maybe. Ambra Aurea, patchouli, Arso, Olibanum's alright. Don't bother with the sandalwood. It's just a giant fucking Jarvanol perfume. You might as well just get fucking... you might as well just get a bottle of Jarvanol mixed with alcohol. It's essentially the same thing. What else? Ambra di Fiore is good. Smoky amber. If I could get Ambra Aurea at a decent price, I would pick it up. But it's very Ambra Sultan without the spices. Very labdanum-y. I think it's superior to Le Leon. I like it more than Le Leon, whether it's a better fragrance than Le Leon. Le Leon's got that kind of strange opening blast, you know? Elton's on. Good night, Rich. Good night, Tim. Bro was controlling it with a $30 Logitech controller. Apparently that's not abnormal, apparently. Apparently they control like nuclear submarines with like, not PlayStation controllers, but like control pads like that they've made like that. Apparently they control drones with stuff like that as well. Like, it's crazy. Apparently that's just like, it's not industry... well, it is industry standard. You've got no chance of getting me on any shit like that. I mean, it's laughable. It is laughable that they would do that. Like, we're going on this really fucking dangerous, serious mission to the fucking depths of the deep. And here's how we're going to control the vessel. And you fucking turn the fucking submarine on and it goes, Sega. Do you know what I mean? Fuck that. and asking you to pay. I'd have paid 250 grand to go to that depth. The only saving grace for the CEO, that fucking Stockton Rush, right, is that he went down with the fucking ship. The scandalous bastard, if you read about his disregard for safety and the things he said in the thing leading up to it, it's disgusting. The disregard, I get the whole, like, mindset of, like, of wanting to fucking, the whole fucking mindset of wanting to fucking innovate and change and do stuff. Like, I get that, but when you're fucking talking about that, going like miles to the briny deep, visiting Davy Jones's fucking locker is not a fucking laughing matter. This is not the time to ignore fucking like normal fucking practice, you know? Stand when you can be fucking both incinerated and drowned in 1,000th of a second, right? You're taking the piss, man. It's the cavalier fucking attitude, you know? Fucking stupid. I need Arso and the Patch. They're the two I've got. Yeah, all fucked if it says Sega. Beautiful, says Graham. Excuse me, is this submarine backwards compatible? Can it fly? More like suckers. I fucking will watch it on TV. Yeah, I'll fucking watch it on TV. I don't have any plans to do anything fucking exploratory or out like that. I'll just, you know, I'm happy where I am with me perfumes, thank you. Excuse me, is this submarine backwards compatible? I think I'd still rather take that sub ride than go to Scent Explore, says fucking Mike. Yeah, I'd rather, yeah, I'd take me chances. I'd take me chances down there. I'd take me chances at the fucking visiting Davy Jones's fucking locker. Something else to say as well. Do you know James Cameron? James Cameron's a genuine expert in this field, all right? The bloke who did Titanic, he's visited it 22 times, built his own submarines and designed them and everything. Like, genuine expert. And he has visited the Challenger Deep, which is the deepest part of the like ocean on the planet, right? It's fucking something silly, like 3 times deeper than where the Titanic is, right? So you imagine how deep that shit's deep. You know what I mean? That shit is fucking deep, right? In every way. He's been down there. Like, Challenger Deep's fucking, like, a silly fucking... Let's have a look how deep you are. Challenger Deep, Oceanic Trench. Minus 10,000 meters. That is absolutely fucking bananas. The Mariana Trench, how deep are you? Oh, fuck knows. Only two people have been to the fucking Challenger Deep. Thousands of people have climbed Everest. 2 people have been to the Challenger Deep. Neither of them are me. And there never will be. The goat. Fragrance Journey is the goat. He also did The Abyss, didn't he? He's done loads of shit. I realise the bloke's like he's not playing at it. He's genuinely fucking good at it, like. There isn't enough rice in China to get me to go down there. Do you know what I mean? You've got fucking no chance, mate. I'm a duck. I float on the surface. Thank you very much. Yes, the Mariana Trench. Hope they've got cameras signed up for the sequel then. Yeah. Do you know, he said something as well, really fucking interesting. He was like, this is the second time this kind of behaviour has fucking cost people in the exact same place. He was like, because the captain of the fucking Titanic was warned he was sailing full steam into an ice field, and he just fucking kept going anyway. The problem is, right, if you're on your own, if that fucking Stockton Rush had been on his fucking own, right, and he thought, bollocks, I'm going down myself, and I'd had a fuck ton more respect for him, but he's taken 4 other people with him, 4 innocent people with him. Obscene. Obscene. His name will become a byword for stupidity and fucking laissez-faire and recklessness. You know, you don't want to do a Stockton Rush. You know what I mean? That's what's going to happen. He's fucked it. Ah, Safa Abdoli. I will post your video if you give us a second. Oh. I've uploaded my first video. It was awkward at first and I cringed, but I just finished my second video and hopefully I progress. I've no doubt that you will, but I've just checked on your channel and it's not there. I can't see a fragrance video. I can put the link to your channel in the chat if people want to follow it and go and subscribe. Oh, you don't want a shout out. Oh, sorry, mate. Well, you've got one. I'm sure the people will be game. Encouragement will be plentiful. Come on, Duck, let's hang out in the deep. Let's fucking not, mate. Let's fucking not hang out in the deep. Imagine if you went, like, what does a Ventus smell like at the bottom of the ocean, says Ramsey. Stay tuned. Imagine you went down, stuck in that fucking tin can, and somebody had sprayed something outrageous like fucking Baccarat Rouge. You'd be livid. You'd be fucking livid. You'd be trying to open the fucking hatch. You know what I mean? 8 miles under the wet, man, you'd be like, fuck this. Get us out. Baccarat Rouge. We're all gonna die. Bogdan Bareka says, submarine stories stole the spotlight in the news and nobody speaks about the real story of Hunter and Biden getting... Hunter and Biden? I only realised recently Hunter's not actually his real fucking name. Sorry, I'm not trying to change the subject, but... Hunter and Biden getting 5 mil. I need to sample Queer Ottoman and Amber Roos very soon. I don't know anything about these stories about, like, fucking... People talk about the fucking Biden's getting loads of money. To be honest, it's not something I want to talk about on the channel. Like that whole fucking thing that happened in Russia the other day as well. It's no good. You won't get any sense out of me about Vladimir Putin because I've hated him for like 20 years. He poisoned that fucking Litvinenko. And it's not even that he poisoned that Litvinenko, right? It's that he came over to my fucking country with polonium and fucking just thought he could just do that and get away with it, the cheeky cunt. And then he fucking done the same thing again to that fucking with Novichok. Who the fuck does he think he is? I hope we're doing horrible shit to him. Shithouse. I need to sample Queer Ottoman and Amber Roos very soon. Amber Roos is good. It's a boozy amber, but I missed out on a vintage bottle on eBay about a month or 2 ago, and I was upset, you know. I was a little bit upset by that, but I sampled the whole line and I thought there's nothing here for me that I'm that concerned about. Like that good fragrances. Corticciato, he's a good perfumer. He is. The vetiver bourbon was nice. I'm honest to God, I'm yet to smell a better vetiver than Guerlain's. It's been 70 years, man. I sound like that woman from Titanic, ironically, don't it? It's been 70 years. And thank you, Mitch. I don't want to shout out us yet. I still need to improve. Well, Sefa, there is your channel, mate. Oh, there's a different channel. I will send the link. You can't put the link in the chat, mate. I will absolve that fucking... What's it called? Just tell us what it's called and I'll find it. And then I'll post the link. It's interesting to note that as deep as the oceans are to us in scale, it's a tiny sliver in distance, 6.5 miles, half the length of Manhattan. Yes, but it's half the length of Manhattan down. You know what I mean? It's a long way. It's a long fucking way. Fucking bloody hell. When you've got fucking millions, billions of tons of water over your head. That Stockton Rush was very flippant in his attitude, says West, and he was saying it's safer crossing the street than going down the Titanic in his Titan son. It's a fucking disgraceful attitude, frankly. Just the fact that you've killed four other fucking people, that's the worst thing. He's taking other people with him for his fucking hubris. And it was hubris, that's what it was. It's like Icarus flying too close to the sun. He thought he knew fucking best. He thought he was smarter than the fucking experts. Well, fucking, I would say look at him now, but there's not much chance of that, is there? He's fucked it, man. Big time. Gimp. It's the only problem. That's the thing, with people die and they don't have to live to see the consequences of their actions. That's why I'm against the death penalty. I think people should be kept alive as long as possible and made to fucking face up to it. Happy Sunday, Perfume peeps. Welcome, Anoush. How are you? Galen better be lurking. Welcome, Eugene. Baccarat Anoush. Here's a good question for you. If you had to go down, right? If you had to go down to visit the Titanic and you weren't going to get squashed, right? There was going to be a successful journey, right? And you had to go down with 4 other people from the fragrance community. Not just influencers, but people in the chat. People you know, just like these, like people in the com, right? Who would you go with? 4 other people. What a bizarre fucking question. Do you know, there are some tossers in this community that make a video out of that. You know what I mean? But it's an interesting like you were the captain as such, and you had to take 4 other people. And no, they're not giving you 250 grand. You're just doing it for a laugh. Cameron said the sub was poorly made. How on earth were they allowed to even get the thing in the thing? Because there's a fucking there's an absolute void of regulation. An absolute void. I have to make sure I can maintain 3 points of contact making a cuppa at work, let alone explore the sea. Mental. It's the sea's international waters. There's no laws. It's like space. There's no laws in space to govern human conduct. Crazy. Cameron said that the fucking the worst part about it was the French diver, like the French deep sea diver, who died, and he was like, I can't believe he got on the boat, like the submarine. He was like, I can't believe it. I'm genuinely fucking surprised that this is how he's died. Because he shouldn't have died because of this. Like, because he should have known better. He did know better. Well, he fucking didn't, did he? You know? And he paid 250k for the fucking Jesus, man. The whole thing. I wonder if they'll get a refund now. I wonder if they'll get a refund. You know what I mean? Did they keep the receipt? What is going on? Monsieur Les Abstraits, top 10 fragrances to go for deep sea implosion. Anouge and Eugene came in at the same time. Are they together, says Lily. Where have you been, Lily? I'm dead, fam. When he showed the shitter in that little ass soup can. Oh, fuck. That was where the window was as well, wasn't it? Had the fucking window on the shitter. Fucking hell, the fish watching you take a shite. Mental. Amber Arus, I find to be a bit screechy. There are much better ambers, I would agree. Speaking of the seas, do you have Jean Patou Voyageur? It's the most interesting, different aquatic I got in my collection. Quite like it. No, I don't actually. Is that the one with a boat bottle? You ever seen the boat? The Jean Patou boat? It's mental. Which have you sampled? Roberto Greco? No. Ouliers by Coticciato? No, I haven't. Thoughts on Serge Luton's Féminité du Bois? What? I love it. Surprised you don't know this about us already. I think Féminité du Bois is one of the great fragrances ever made. It's fucking brilliant. Even the Serge Luton version's really good. But I've got the Shiseido one as well. Some motherfucker sold off 3 bottles of Féminité du Bois. I won one of them, right? She sold a 50ml and then another 50ml, right? And the one I won was full. And then the motherfucker sold off 100ml. And I was like, what? Why didn't you say you had 100ml, you bad cow? I would have waited. Dick. Anyway, I got one of them at least. Hello to the great news, says Michael. Manly Sense is better to ask. Which 4 people from Fragcon would you send in the Titan submersible? That'll come next. I will float to the surface with Oda Erica. You would float to the surface with Oda Erica. There's a lot of ballast there. I'm rolling with you, brother. Yeah, I'd take Fragrance Journey. That'd be fun. I'd let Fragrance Journey use the controller. He could be like he could man the sub. Top 10 fragrances to wear in a submersible. You've got to be going with something fucking. You've got to have at least one aquatic in there, haven't you? You know what I mean? At least one. It'd be criminal not to. The waiver had death written like 3 times. That waiver's fucking thing is useless. That waiver can't stand. You know what I mean? I don't think that company will exist in 3 months. I don't think that company will exist in possibly within fucking weeks. They'll fold. Like they'll just say right, like because you can't recover from that. Ocean Gate is now completely linked with failure. Like you know when people say, "Oh, it went down like the Titanic," something went down like the Titanic. You know what I mean? Ocean's Gate. Stockton Rush, those 2 things will have that connotation forever. Forever. That ambergris that was harvested this past weekend might smell a bit off. Oh, Mike. Don't we swim in fish shit when we swim in the ocean? Now, what ocean you're swimming in, mate? I'd try not to get into the ocean if I can help it. Like, it's a big unit. Oh, the vacuum. L'implosion de Baba. Yes. Implosion de Baba. Implosion Baba. That is quite good. Found a Butcher Sado Feminine Dubois 1.7. Yes, I've got a few myself. Ensemble Mythique smells like a dolphin. Have you been huffing on dolphins? What does a dolphin smell like? Bulgari Aqua Amara. I should make a movie about the Titan submersible called Das Boom. Killian Rolling in the Deep. I thought that was Adele wrote that song, didn't she? Ensemble Mythique. Yeah, I would take Ensemble. Peace Marine. All I hear is Quack from Heaven's Gate when I hear Ocean's Gate. Both loony. Yeah, I thought that as well, actually. Heaven's Gate and Ocean's Gate. Don't walk through gates. Dolphins smell like musk, says Ish. Welcome, Ish. The Ocean's Gate scandal will eventually be dubbed in the media the Ocean's Gate scandal. Yes, Ocean's Gate. Yes. Yes, you're right. Oh, dear. FM, Heaven Can Wait. Yes. Heaven Can Ocean's Gate. Welcome, Ish. Welcome, friends. How are you? I'm going to have to dehydrate now, friends. Once again, friends, if you are having a nice time and enjoying yourself, please feel free to like the stream. And certainly don't let me stop you from liking the stream. I'm going to take some tablets. Or am I? Where is my... There it is. Oops. Alright, hold on. Alright, I'm going to the bathroom. I'll be back in 2. I have returned to you, my friends. Wow, while I'm in here, I hope the gentleman or the lady or whoever in between is that asked me to turn off the fan is happy. Or the Hoover, they thought it was. The motherfucking Hoover. It's not actually that hot at the minute, so, I mean, I was happy to oblige. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Yes. The submersible patter. People have been quite fond of the old submersible patter. Yes, the boat bottle, but hard to find the collector edition with the boat. Oh, there's loads of them. Well, there was loads of them. I don't know if there is loads of them anymore. Manly Sense says, in fairness, one of the subs James Cameron used in his Ghosts of the Abyss documentary was controlled with a Cytec Cyborg joystick. I recognised it because I had one to play the IL-2 Sturmovik on the... I have no idea what that is, mate. But yeah, apparently it's like standard fare. Like, because the controllers have been developed over like the course of 30 years. And they reckon they're like the best way to, like, it's just the most intuitive and best way to like use these things, you know? So fair play. If it works, it works. Well, what's the point of fucking with shit when it works? Right. Let's talk about Matra Perfume Elegantia. Does anyone know, right? Does anyone know? Shit. Totally forgot what I was going to say. If somebody knows, it's not me. Does anyone know if the masculine bottles are still like this bottle? It's not like that. It's not like changed. I got in touch. I don't know if anybody saw the unboxing I did, but I got in touch with Maître Perfume Elegantier, and I said that this little fucking set coffre thing. I'll go and get it. Hold on. I said this little set thing you've got's rather fetching, isn't it? It's fucking lovely. Could you tell me? Could you tell me when it was made? And could you just tell us when it was made, basically? I'm adding words here, hold on. I fucked it. Here it is. Look. This big fucking unit. It's massive. Massive. Alright. Hold on. I'll show you. I'll pull this up. Size of that. Fucking big unit. Right. I said, can you tell us when it was made? And they were like, yeah. To be fair, somebody got back to us. It went straight to spam, so I had no idea. And I saw it, and then he was like, "Oh, we haven't made that for over 10 years, and it wasn't commercially available. It wasn't made for like people. It was like a commercial thing. So I think this was meant to be sent. I think it was meant to be sent. In fact, it would probably be better if I just read the fucking email, like. Let's have a look. Peg. Nope. Oh, tell us. Oh, I haven't deleted it. You fucking Burke. Oh, no, I haven't. Hello, my name is Rich Mitch, and I am from the UK. I hope you are well. I'm writing to ask if you could confirm the age of this set I bought from a friend of mine recently, please. Could you tell me when these were sold? I have attached a few photos. Thank you, kind regards, Rich Mitch. Dear sir. Oh, fuck, it was in really small writing as well. Dear sir, this coffee was produced since more than 10 years ago, and it was not for sale, but was for commercial reasons. Sincerely yours. Bloody blah. So, I don't think it was not for sale. Right? So, I don't know what this was, if it was a gift, if it was for like presenting to high-powered fucking managers who decided whether they wanted to stock a brand or not. I don't know. I'm just pissing in the wind here. Do you know what I mean? But it's fucking brilliant. These are great. Like, these are all like 10 fucking mil samples, right? And there's how many? 6, 9, 15. So there's 15 in here, right? And I don't want to fuck about. Oh. And how big are you? No, you're not saying, are you? Like, I'm really looking forward to trying these. I'm thinking I'm just going to keep these and wear them. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. I'll tell you which ones are in here. So, there is Centaur, Iris Blue Gris, Jeune Homme, Parfum d'Habit, Racine, which is the bottle I've got, Secret Melange, Amber Precio, Bois de Turc, Eau d'Ile, as in water from the island, which has got coffee, incense, vetiver, and patchouli in it. Jardin du Nil, Route de Vetiver, which is the one I had to fucking ship to another continent to get away from us. Santal Noble, which I've smelled and is brilliant. There is also Baim, Garrigue, and Grande Plaisir, which has a celery note in it, which should tickle Galen's trout. Sticking with the nautical fucking theme that we seem to be on tonight. And they're in different collections. So the top collection is, excuse me, the top collection is Le Caprice du Dandy. Alright, so that's Centaur, Iris Blue, Gris, Jeune Homme, Parfum d'Habit, Racine, and Secret Melange. Le Parfum de Levant is Amber Precio, Bois de Turc, Eau d'Ile, Jardin du Nil, Route de Vetiver, and Santal Nobile. And Les Aromatiques is Baim, Garrigue, and Grande Plaisir with the celery note, which is just fucking beyond me, but there we are. There are other collections as well, which have got Queer Fetiche, which is tangerine, ylang, and leather. And there's Ambre Doré as well, which is amber, oud, myrrh, and sandalwood. But I'm looking forward to trying these very much so. Very much so. I'm going to get the matière première out the way. And then I'm either going to start with these or I'm going to start with the Anatole Le Bretons, because they've been sitting there giving us the eyes for a while as well. Mental. I've got so many sample sets to get through, like it's fucking outrageous. I've got some Groismiths to do. I've got Rubini. I've got Le Breton, Anatole Le Breton. I've got, what else have I got? I've got loads of shit. Absolutely fucking loads of it. It's all over there. I've got to get the Matcha Premiers out of the way. I'll do them tomorrow. There's only 3 of them. Encens Suave, I think I'm genuinely considering a bottle of Encens Suave. I've tried it before. They're a disappointing brand. They're very mid. They're very mid. Lower mid as well. They smell lazy. Like his heart's not in it. That's what they smell like. They smell like the fucking heart's not in it. You know what I mean? Michael Harness has sent me a video. What's Michael Harness? Oh, he sent us a video of his collection. Thank you, Michael. Michael, I will watch this after the stream, mate. So I'm not being ignorant of the people in the chat. But thank you very much. Oh, what a day, eh? Oops. I've lost you. Where are you? There we go. Okay. Back to talking to the chat. Controller could have been worse. It could have been a Mad Catz. No, the bottles are clear now. The cap is similar, but not exactly the same. So if I get a red bottle like that, Juro, does that mean it's an older bottle? Because I was talking with Galen, and Galen reckons that sometimes they go off. Sometimes they go off, and it's probably better just to buy the new versions. Like, there's not enough talk of brands like Metro Parfume or Regante. You know, there should be more talk. Them, Healy, Les Indomptables, L'Artisan, other than the shit that gets pumped out into the Fragcom, the sewage that we have to fucking eat. J-Rod, welcome to you. Using a joystick is no big deal. It is how it's connected or interface to the sub that matters. The fact that they used a joystick that was not connected directly by wire was insane. Just the whole thing about it. Just the whole thing. Just the whole fucking thing. The whole thing was mental. It's just a mad expedition. I used to have a decant of MPEG Centaur years ago. I remember it being very strong with a pronounced mint note. Well, did it really? That sounds extremely interesting, Andrej. Boada Turk is lovely. I vote for MPEG next, says Stephen Tampton. Welcome to you, Squire. I think I mentioned Anatoly a year ago. That's why I bought the samples. You know? His father was a better perfumer. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's pre-2017, I think. It didn't have a bathroom, right? It didn't have a bathroom, but it did have a shitter. It had a toilet. You imagine dropping an absolutely foul shite in that fucking tin can. You know, fucking 4 other blokes looking at you like you're fucking gonna get thrown out the window. And it was bolted from the outside. Twats. Well, I say twat. That fucking Stockton Rush wants a slap. Yes, I will look into. I appreciate that, Juro. I do need information on MPEG and the history of MPEG. That's how they died. Someone tried to flush. Yes, you wouldn't be surprised. You wouldn't be surprised. Someone called a ring-a-ding-ding. Just commented on one of my videos, I think, about Fougère Platine. Fair play to you. I went to college with a girl from China and her fucking name was Ding-a-ling. I swear to Christ, her name was Ding-a-ling. And every time the teacher said her name, everybody would burst into fits of laughter, which was harsh. Right? And I tried not to, but I did crease because you could see it upset her. And then she made it fucking worse. She made it so much worse because she came in one day and the teacher called her fucking, what was the teacher called her and said, Susan. She asked the teacher to call her Susan instead of fucking Ding-a-ling. And it was just like, what? Are you taking the piss? And obviously that was it. That was it. Obviously, like, fucking what? It was a cruel time. Astronaut training involves taking a shite at the bottom of the ocean in the dark. I think there was pictures of the controller in the wreckage. It could be fake, but it was funny to see. That is fake, because it would have been destroyed. Like, there's no, it's been destroyed, mate. Because it would have had air inside it. I don't think the pictures of the wreckage have been released, actually. I don't know that I've said that. I mean, I don't think there should be, because it's a grave. That's the other thing about the Titanic thing. It's a fucking grave. It's the most morbid shit. You know what I mean? It would be like if Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin had died on the moon, right? It would be like if Elon Musk went to the moon to visit like their bodies. You know what I'm saying? It would be like that. Like, you just don't. It's just so. It just let them rest in peace. They're dead, man. That's it. You see, the thing with the Titanic is that the captain, the person who was supposed to look after them, the only decent thing he did was go and do with his fucking ship. Prick. You know what I mean? It's alright when you're just doing it yourself. You know? If it's just you and everything's on your shoulders, like if you haven't got family, you know, if you're a single man or a single woman, sound, off you pop, do what you like. And you're taking other people with you, that's the fucking, and you're going to visit a grave for the sake of visiting fucking graves and that, fuck off. Just a dark thing all round, really, wasn't it? And then it was made worse by everybody fucking being fucking double interested in it when fucking that ship off the Greek coast fucking sank and took loads of kiddies with it. And no one give a fuck. What a world. Oh dear. What will I be wearing this week? Will there be heat? Will there be rain? Could wear polo sport. Let's have a look at you. Yeah, I could wear polo sport, actually. It's Cosmo, this version. Stupidly pulled the sticker off. Excuse me. I stupidly pulled the sticker off, but there's proof. Fucking got me through school, this. It's laid pipe because of this fragrance. Have you seen Cave Exploration Squeeze, Duck? No. I don't know what that is. What is it? Tell me, Pradeep. Interesting how James Cameron found out through contacts in the US Navy about the implosion on Monday, but the media didn't report that until Friday. 5 days of clickbait and ad revenue. Yeah. I mean, the thing you've got to remember is, right? The thing you've got to remember is that they also spent an absolute fortune searching for them. You know? Like a genuine attempt. But it imploded. At the same time, they lost communication. I mean, yes, you would have to confirm it. You know? Like, you don't want to take the chance. But apparently the sonar picked it up that they went pop. And grim. People hold their breath and squeeze themselves in tight caves for fun. What? What is wrong with people, man? You fucking mad bastards. There are hydrophones at the bottom of all around that area, picking up all the sounds, says Manly Sense. Yep. Absolutely crazy. The new straight away, the blatantly new. Pop. And that was it. Explosive decompression. People is fucking crazy. Whoops. I've lost yous. Come back. There you are. There was a documentary on a guy who died because he got stuck in a cave. He missed the correct path and got stuck upside down. You even when we can send robots to find out? Fuck cave diving. It's death wish. Yeah. Yeah, fuck caves. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in caves. Like, screw that. Oops. What we're gonna do, man. I wonder how they're gonna fucking bury them. You know, like, they're gonna have funerals for them and fucking put some fucking of their possessions in a fucking... Are they gonna have a burial at sea? I mean, they've had a burial at sea. I mean, I say, are they gonna have one? They've had one at sea, do you know what I mean? They've been buried. But, you know, like the whole thing about fucking being able to say goodbye for the families. That must be fucking hideous if you're a family member of them. Just being like, well, the whole world's gawping at them. Apparently one of the billionaires' sons went to a fucking rock concert. Went to see Blink 182. Wiley's father was like fucking gone. Total fucking psychopathic behaviour, that. Totally psychopathic behaviour. Fucking lunatic. Burial at sea seems most fitting. Well, I mean, they've had that. I don't have a single extreme thrill-seeking bone in my body. Nope. I totally agree. Me and you can just chill out, play on the PlayStation. The fucking people are just fucked. I just do not understand that. Without those cave diving specialists, though, those 12 kids in the cave in Thailand wouldn't have been rescued. Miracle. It was pretty fucking impressive, that. I agree. I agree. Teacher once fucking slapped for that, though, didn't he? The worst part was water started to fill up when he was squeezed upside down in the cave. Oh, fuck off. That's dark. Blink 182 across the ocean blue. Down the ocean blue. Also, of all the bands, Blink 182 in 2023. Fucking hell. Yep. Blink 182 in 2023. Are you taking the piss? It was hardly cool at the time. You know? Polo sport's fucking great, isn't it? Just takes us back to being a fucking youth before my back fell apart. Polo sport. Aromatic citrus, fresh spicy. Fresh fucking spicy? Piss off. Harry Fremont. Aldehydes, mint, lavender, mandarin orange, neroli, artemisia, lemon, bergamot, seagrass. Fuck off. Jasmine, ginger, geranium. I get geranium from it. Cyclamen, Brazilian rosewood and rose. Base notes are musk, sandalwood, cedar, gaiac. Well, fuck off. And what an amber. What a lot of absolute fucking bollocks. I've always liked mint fragrances, even though I didn't know it. Fucking great fragrance, this. Highly recommended, friends. Oh, it's getting close to that time, you know. I fancy me dinner now. I'll go for another 5 minutes. Time Machine fragrance. Pure, not exactly an unmissable concert, no. Polo Sport, pure nostalgia, absolutely it is. A yacht. Time Machine fragrance, says Micah. J-Rod says, I'm a certified master diver. Part of getting that cert is a wreck dive. Going inside a wreck is sketchy and you better have your shit together. Cave diving, no thanks. Ooh. I just learned what a saturation diver is. Scary. Saturation diver is where you have to stay in a pressure chamber, don't you? Afterwards, or you get the burns. You have to acclimatise to the fucking pressure slowly. I wouldn't like to fucking have the burns. You can die from the burns, and apparently it's extremely painful. Also, The Bends is the name of one of the best albums I've ever listened to. It contains one of my favourite songs, which is Fake Plastic Trees. Oh, excuse me whilst I hydrate. What's Peter's thoughts? Perish the thought. Who knows what Peter's thinking? Fucking terrifying prospect, that. I wonder what Peter's thinking. Ooh, scary. Cannot stand overly musky scents. Stuff like Petit Matin is too much for me. I never wore Polo Sport when it was popular. I preferred Replay EDT at the time. I think they have to be down underwater for 28 days continuous. Keep that fucking shit to yourself. That's no fucking chance of me getting down underwater for 8 days for 28 minutes, man. It just float me anyway. Has anyone mastered benzoin better than Anik Bernardo? Probably not. I mean, the height of her career was Bois d'Argent, in my opinion. I mean, that's a hell of a thing to say because she's had a hell of a career, like. But she's knocked it out the park with Bois d'Argent. You know what I mean? Some fragrance that truly, truly magnificent. Especially the first one. I've got the eau de cologne. It's mint. I had a guest in the house. Now I can chat. Benjoin Bohème is lovely, says Pradeep. Haven't smelled it. I've smelled the candle. Then I read about the Byford dolphin accident, says, right, well, I'll bite, however. Byford dolphin incident. Oh, fuck, I know what this is. I know what that is. I thought that was something involving a fucking dolphin. Yeah, I know what that is. It's fucking grim as fuck. I'm not reading that 10 o'clock at night. Fuck that. In France, Bois d'Argent is as popular as Baccarat Rouge 540. Would hate to live there. The popularity would make me hate it. It's true. The song's about it, isn't there? The song's about Bois d'Argent, isn't there? Have you ever heard of the Doomed Tower at Sea? What was it called? Doomed Tower at Sea was a TV program about. It was a sunken Cold War radio station, and it was rushed, right? So in 1961, it collapsed off the Tower Number 4, Texas Tower Number 4. And it includes footage of the wreckage and an examination of... I mean, it fucking haunted me when I first seen it, like... Texas Tower Number 4. You want to fucking haunt yourself, watch this as well. Texas Tower number 4. Fucking mental. Just stopped responding one day. Grim as fuck. I didn't really want to talk about this before I'm going to bed, you horrible people. Should have done this fucking before we started. Hey, don't forget to shut the door, splat. Bye. Oh, the fucking eye. Just gross. It went pop and everything. It was fucking minging. I fucking hate when people flex their fragrances with the watch and car keys. It's wrong. It's rough. Eau Noir is the worst selling privé in France, but one of the best smelling. I was starting the process of going to underwater welding school. Saturation diving is part of it, and not a long career if you do it on a regular basis. Pays good, but 7 years is all you get. Why? Why is 7 years all you get, J-Rod? If you can answer this, and then I'll go. Is that because of the effect it has on you? Breathing mixed gas and diving regularly in those atmospheres does interact with your body. Got you. And fuck you up, okay. Lifetime expectancy is 7 years. Fuck that. Okay. That's it, friends. I'm going to go downstairs and eat a lasagna, which I cooked before I fucking came up and started streaming, because I prefer it not absolutely piping hot, because lasagna is like molten fucking lava when you take it out of the oven. So yes, I'm off. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Thank you very much for liking the stream. Thank you very much to the people who have supported me on Coffee, who have donated. You are very kind. I appreciate it. It's been a fun stream. It's flown by, actually. It's totally flown by. Had a lot of people watching when we're talking about the submarine. But yes, I will see you all again soon. I'll do the Matcha premiere video tomorrow, the 2nd, and then I'll do a final impressions at some point this week as well. Maybe next week, and then we'll get started on either Anatole Le Breton or Mitra Perfume Elegante. I might run a poll in the community post, so keep an eye open. Also, I recorded another podcast with Rachel. I should really drop the link. But I've forgotten to, because I'm a silly man. We'll do that next time. Anyway, thanks very much, everyone. I will see you all again soon. Bye.